Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today via tape delay from the Thomas Landman Field, the home of the Laurel Highlands High School baseball team. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs host the West Allegheny Indians. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak with Gary Frankhauser and Jerry Dupay, and welcome you aboard for today's high school baseball game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Wpial, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Gary Frankhauser and Jerry Dupay. We'll be back with the lineups for both teams after these messages.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Prime Rosette, Gary Frankhauser and Jerry Dupay back here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs hosting the West Allegheny Indians High School baseball action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network. West Allegheny to bat here in the top half of the first inning. Let's take a look at their lineup. Leading off in center field, number 7, Austin Hendrick. Batting second, the second baseman, number 3, Logan Schneider. Batting third in left field, number 9, Logan Metallic. In the cleanup spot, the sophomore catcher, number 24, Luke Lambert. Batting fifth and playing first base, senior number 20, Shay Downing. Batting sixth, the junior designated hitter, number 11, Mason Timko. Batting seventh and pitching, the freshman, Gavin Miller. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 6, Braden Horton. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 5, Cameron Morris. Defensively for Laurel Highlands, it's Alex Gesk out in left, Dylan Bonner in center, Tyler Becker in right. Around the horn, Nate Zimkowski at third, Michael Brostensky playing short. Santino Mara playing second base today, Garrett Myers playing first. Dino Vecchiola on the mound, and Caleb Scott catching. Vecchiola making his 4th appearance of the season. A 2-0 record. He's yet to give up a run. In fact, he's yet to issue a walk on the season. 15 strikeouts to 0 walks. Has not given up a run and only given up 5 hits so far this season. Very impressive numbers for Dino Vecchiola, Gary Frankhauser.
Absolutely, and I think that was the plan going in with Coach DeBerry working his pitching staff to reserve Dino for this important outing with West Allegheny. Both teams vying for that first place position in the conference.
Of course, Laurel Highlands coming off a pretty tough loss. Just quick at the bats going on the road to Trinity on Monday, losing by a score of 2-1.
Absolutely, and that is a little bit uncharacteristic. As we've seen so far this season, the Mustangs have been pretty aggressive at the plate and very effective putting numbers up on the board.
Laurel Highlands started off the season 5-0. We had the Mustangs last on the radio side on Friday on the road at Greater Latrobe. Laurel Highlands winning a non-conference game there, 12-2, and then came back the next day on the road at Montour and won 4-2. A big conference win to improve to 2-1 in conference play. We're just about set to go here. The lefty Dino Vecchiola against Austin Hendrick, who's also a lefty, and Dino's first pitch low for ball 1. Hendrick on the season, batting .313 with 3 RBIs, junior center fielder for the West Allegheny Indians. The Indians coached by Brian Cornell in his 16th season. They've had a great history of high school baseball at West Allegheny over the years, Gary.
Sure have, and the Mustangs having met West Allegheny in the playoffs.
A couple of times.
Yes.
Next pitch, and therefore a strike to Austin Hendrick. That one right down the pipe. Of course, the last time they met, Laurel Highlands, a number 7 seed, West Allegheny, number 10 seed. That was a first-round AAA game at W&J. West A ended up defeating the Mustangs. Not only defeated Laurel Highlands, won the entire WPIL championship. There's a ground ball here tomorrow at second. Over to first to Garrett Myers to retire Hendrick 4-3 for the first out of this top half of the first inning, which is being brought to you by the Republic Food Enterprise Center and the Fayette County Community Action Agency. And that'll bring up West Allegheny second baseman Logan Schneider, the senior, batting .444 with 4 RBIs. Bats from the right side against the lefty Dino Vecchiola. And Dino set to go here. Waiting for the signals from Caleb Scott. And the first pitch to Schneider, a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Game time temperature 61 degrees. A little cool breeze, though, in the air, 10 to 15 miles an hour under mostly cloudy skies. Time and temperature brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vasides. First pitch today at 4:01. Another swing and a miss out of Schneider, and Vecchiola ahead here, Gary, 0-2.
And that has been probably the most impressive thing about Dino is his control. No walks, as you said already, and that's really impressive at the high school level.
Yeah, 15 strikeouts to 0 walks. 0-2 here, just misses to Schneider. Count now moves to 1-2, and for the most part, this West Allegheny team has gotten production up and down their lineup, and you'd expect that out of a team that enters the game today with a overall record of 6-1. And there's the punch-outs on Schneider as Dino froze him for strike 3, so 2 up, 2 down. And I'll bring up another Logan Metallic, the senior left fielder, batting .278 with 5 RBIs. West Allegheny decked out in their away grays with white numbers trimmed in red. Laurel Highlands, the normal home whites with red lettering and a little bit of blue trim. Now the lefty Vecchiola's first pitch here to Metallic. Misses for ball 1.
Is that how you say that? Metallic,
actually, it's Malatak. Excuse me, Malatak. Thank you there, Gary. 1-0 on the way. Misses high and outside. Now 2-0 to Logan Malatak. Good crowd here as always, Gary, on this Wednesday afternoon.
And they are still filtering in. Jacket weather along the left-hand side of the field.
2-0 pitch, breaking ball misses low, and just like that, we're 3-0. Again, we point out that Wpial has yet to issue a walk so far this season, but West Allegheny certainly one of the better teams the Mustangs have played so far this season as well. Now Dino's 3-0 here, and a 4-pitch walk issued to Logan Malatak.
Well, it had to come sometime.
Correct. And comes here with 2 outs in the top half of the first inning. And now the sophomore Luke Lambert, who's catching today for West Allegheny, coming to the plate. Lambert batting .444 with 4 RBIs. Just underway here. Brian Morozak alongside Gary Frankhauser and Jerry Dupé on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nick Barczyk and Bill Madden back in our Uniontown Hospital studios on the radio side. Wpial looks over at first. First pitch swinging here from Lambert. Grounded at third, and they're going to get the force out at second. Kind of an odd play there for the Mustangs. Third baseman Nate Zimkowski, but nonetheless, the Mustangs finish it off and retire Lambert to end the innings. We'll head to the bottom of the first, scoreless between West Allegheny and Laurel Highlands here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Stick.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920. The area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Moving down to the bottom of the first inning, Laurel Highlands and West Allegheny scoreless. Mustangs coming to bat. Let's take a look at the Laurel Highlands lineup brought to you by Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. Leading off, the center fielder Dylan Bonner, batting second, in left field Alex Gesk, batting third and playing second base Santino Mara. Nick Kumar, the designated hitter in the cleanup spot. Nate Zimkowski batting fifth and playing third base. Garrett Myers, the first baseman, batting sixth. Tyler Becker in right field batting seventh. Caleb Scott, the catcher, batting eighth. And Michael Brostensky playing shortstop, batting ninth. West Allegheny with Logan Malatak in left, Austin Hendrick in center, and Cameron Morrison right. Around the horn, Braden Horton at third, Walter Hay at short, and the first pitch in there for a strike to Dylan Bonham. Logan Schneider playing second, Shea Downing playing first, the freshman Gavin Miller on the mound, and Luke Lambert catching. So Bonham behind 0-1 on the 0-1 pitch from the freshman Miller, and therefore a strike, and just like that, 0-2. And Gary, some pretty good numbers from the freshman. 2-0 record. This is his third appearance. He's worked 7 2/3 innings, struck out 9, walked 5, sporting a 1.82 ERA so far this season. Now the 0-2 here to Dylan Bonner in there for strike 3. So a 3-pitch strikeout as Miller sends down Bonner for the first out of this bottom of the first inning.
And Bonner looking back incredulously, not really agreeing with that call, but it certainly looked good from here, and you cannot take those close pitches. 0-2 for sure.
Now Alex Guest coming to the plate, the senior left fielder, batting .250 with 3 RBIs. First pitch for Miller, fastball misses low for ball 1. This bottom half of the first inning being brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the Peachin Superfood Mart. Now Miller's 1-0 here to Gesk. Fastball inside. Count now 2-0. And obviously Brian Cornell has a lot of confidence in Miller, putting him out here against a very solid Laurel Highlands team as only a freshman.
Certainly has some velocity.
For sure.
As he brings a fastball that time right down the middle for strike one.
And 2-1. Tough to tell he's a freshman out there on the mound for sure. Now the 2-1 from Miller to Gesk, and Gesk swings and chops it to short. There is Hay. Long throw over to first in time to Shea Downing to retire Gesk. 6-3 for the second out of this bottom of the first inning.
Easy play there for Hay as that ball came off the grass infield with a huge hop right up chest high. Nice throw over to first base for the 6-3 second out of the inning.
It's interesting, Gary. Both of these teams won conference championships last year, playing in different conferences. And here the WPIL is for 2019, and they throw them together in the same conference as Mara takes the first pitch here for Miller for a strike.
I have no idea how they come up with those pairings.
Especially this year, is spread out as Section 3 and 5A is this season. And Mara, hard ground ball here again to Hay. Throw over to first in time to Downing. Retire Mara 6-3. So Gesk and Mara both retired 6-3. Bada struck out in a 1-2-3. Bottom half of the first inning. We'll head to the top of the second in just a moment here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day here on WMBS and on the Turbo Live High School Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
We're back on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. Top of the second. Leading off for West Allegheny, Shea Downing. Stepping in for his first opportunity against Andino Vecchiola.
Downing.
Go ahead, Brian.
I was going to mention Downing, a 300 average, but has already produced 10 RBIs so far this season. Senior first baseman.
Second pitch low and inside. 1-1 count. No score here. Top of the second. Both teams going down in order. I'm sorry, there was a walk in the first inning. 4 batters for West Allegheny, 3 for the Mustangs. Foul tip on a fastball on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just 11 pitches in the first inning for Vecchiola, 9 for Miller.
We certainly would expect a low-scoring game here today between these two teams.
1-2 offering on the way. Curveball down third base line and foul.
Talk about some of the history with West Allegheny. 15 section titles, 4 WPIL titles, most recent in 2014. Just have been a powerhouse program over the years.
And
trying to make it 3 straight section titles this year.
Very good in football. Also, fastball high and tight, 2-2. Nobody out here, top of the second. Shea Downing facing Andino Vecchiola. 2-2 pitch from the windup. Curveball just got a piece of it and fouling it back to stay alive. 2-2.
West Days head coach Brian Cornell now in his 16th season. All-time record of 233 and 94, 710 winning percentage. He's won 3 WPIL titles, a WPIL runner-up, 8 WPIL semifinal appearances, and 1 state semi-appearance.
Fastball on the outside corner. Called strike 3 for the first out of the inning as Vecchiola knocks out Shea Downing. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Mason Timko.
Second strikeout of the game for Vecchiola and his 17th strikeout of the season.
Both strikeouts looking for Vecchiola. Timko, right-handed hitter, little ground ball to second base. Mara up with it. And over to his first baseman, Garrett Myers. So Santina Mara to Garrett Myers for the quick second out. One pitch to Mason Timko will bring up Gavin Miller, the pitcher for West Allegheny.
The top of the second may brought to you by United Bank, at your service. The freshman pitcher Miller batting just .077, 1 of 13 at the plate so far this season.
Takes a big cut in there on the fastball for strike one.
Has produced, though, 3 RBIs. And we mentioned Miller only a freshman, sometimes getting things done at the plate, sometimes the slowest to come around for a young player.
Takes another big cut and fouls that one back at 0-2.
And West Day actually used Timko as the DH for Hay today, not the pitcher Miller. And Hay, the shortstop for West Allegheny.
Once again, showing the confidence that the coaching staff for West Allegheny has in the freshman, Miller. 0-2 pitch, curveball, and there's a drive again to second base in between hop to Santino O'Mara, and he throws again to Garrett Myers to end the inning. 1-2-3. We'll be back with the bottom half of the second. Still no score here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Welcome back. Gary Frankhauser along with Brian Morozak bringing you Mustang baseball here from Landman Field. Bottom half of the second, due up for the Mustangs. Nick Kumar, Nate Zimkowski, and Garrett Myers.
Didn't get a hit here. Haven't had a hit on either side yet in this game.
Kumar, the cleanup hitter in the DH spot for the Mustangs here this afternoon, facing the freshman Gavin Miller. First pitch low and in the dirt for ball one. Miller just with 9 pitches in the first inning.
The Mustangs trying to get some production out of the middle of their order. Both Kumar and Zimkowski, who's batting behind them, both batting 125. They're each 2 of 16 so far this season at the plate.
1-0 pitch, fastball right down the middle for strike one.
That's not something you see very much, especially from Laurel Highlands and kids that are batting 4th and 5th in your lineup.
Certainly Coach DeBerry knows what they're capable of. There's a little dribbler towards the dugout on the left-hand side for strike two.
I think Zimkowski, for a good portion of last year, was batting over 400 for Laurel Highlands. And, of course, Kumar, only a sophomore, saw some varsity playing time as a freshman.
1-2 pitch from the windup. Ground ball to short. Another big hop for Hay. Gets it over to first base again. Busy over there at shortstop is Walker Hay.
It's 3 in a row, recorded 6-3. Gesk and Morrow went down 6-3 to end the first, and now Kumar retired 6-3 here to start the bottom half of the second.
That's going to bring up Nate Zimkowski, the third baseman for the Mustangs.
This bottom of the second brought to you by Ted Silva and Sun Auto Repair on the Atlas Road in Hopwood.
Right-handed hitter. Little breaking pitch, looked like a slider that time. In for strike one.
Mustangs will have some time off after today. Won't play again until they host Char Valley here on Monday. We mentioned West Day. They'll play Trinity tomorrow, another huge conference game for the Indians.
There's a curveball ripped down the third base line, just foul.
Didn't miss by much.
Going to his right, the third baseman, Braden Horton, no chance for that, but it was foul, about 6 inches.
Got to retrieve a ball now. Get one in here to Miller's liking.
No balls, 2 strikes to Nate Zimkowski.
Certainly pitching has been the strength of this Laurel Highlands team. They get the bats going. It's going to be very dangerous the rest of the way.
Pitch in the dirt on the outside corner, trying to get a chase there from Gavin Miller, but in the dirt, not offering was Nate Zimkowski, 1-2.
You look at the results as of late, just 2 runs yielded against Trinity on Monday, 2 given up against Montour, 2 given up against Latrobe, but of course the shutout here against Carrick.
Another pitch in the dirt. 2-2 now to Gavin Miller, 2, Nate Zimkowski.
In 6 games, the Mustangs have total given up 13 runs. That's pretty good in high school baseball. You're going to win a lot of games giving up only 2 runs a game.
There's a high fly ball. Looks like it might be playable on the right-hand side. Coming over to look at it, but it does go out of play, was Luke Lambert, the catcher for West Allegheny, but it does fall behind the fence harmlessly for Nate Zimkowski.
We talked about the recent playoff meetings between these 2 schools. You mentioned the 5-3 win for West Day over Laurel Highlands back in 2014. And they also met during the 08 season in a WPIL quarterfinal round game. That was Ethan Mildren's sophomore year. West Day defeated Laurel 9-6.
High and tight for ball 3, runs the count full.
That was a game Mildred couldn't throw. He pitched against Steel Valley in the first round. Mustangs won there 9-1. You kind of wonder if they would have maybe used someone else other than Mildred in the first round if he would have had success against the Indians in the quarters.
Zimkowski looks at one close, but it was low for ball 4. So on with 1 out, Nate Zimkowski brings up Garrett Myers, the first baseman, number 25 for the Mustangs.
The way this game's going, anytime you can get a base runner on board could be huge here this afternoon. And still only 1 out here in this bottom half of the second inning.
Left-handed hitting Garrett Myers. Big lead out here for Zimkowski. Fastball in the outside corner, 4 strike 1.
And Myers has been on fire so far this season. In fact, he's batting .600 with 2 RBIs. Junior first baseman for Laurel Highlands.
Good speed on here at first with Zimkowski. Miller from the stretch for the first time. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Looked a little bit outside, and I think Garrett's a little upset with himself taking a rip at that one.
Tyler Becker due up next.
0-2 now, way ahead. Miller high and outside, brought the heat.
And in a game like this, Gary, it's not bad to take a couple pitches because you can get a pitcher up over 100 pitches and get him out of the game. Maybe have some success in the later innings.
Diving back on a throw over. Zimkowski in safely. From the stretch again, Zimkowski with the lead here at first. Swing and a miss, strike 3, throw down to second, and a ball kicked away. Zimkowski would have been out with the tag there by the second baseman.
Now Schneider, the ball just came out of his glove, and the glove came off of his hand.
So the ball flew out with his glove, and Zimkowski didn't slide. His shin kind of ran into the glove. He would have been out, and that would have been the last out of the inning. Strike him out, throw him out, but we're going to have to rule an error on that one for second baseman Schneider.
So sets the table here for Tyler Becker, and now head coach Brian Cornell coming out to talk to the home plate umpire.
Not sure what the discussion's about.
I mean, the ball came out, the glove came off, so it wasn't a force out.
I'm not sure, but there could be a rule that the must slide. And I think that might be what he's going to discuss with the umpiring staff, that the runner has to slide in certain circumstances. If he slides and there's no opportunity for him to run into the glove, he might be asking for a ruling to that effect.
So far, the umpire doesn't seem like he's agreeing with Coach Cornell.
Or, on the alternative, I don't believe he's required to slide, but he cannot make a motion to try to
knock
kick
the ball. Correct.
Kick the
Yeah,
ball.
I've never heard of any kind of a rule where you're forced to slide,
other than at home plate.
Correct.
So
he's going to remain at second base.
Heads back to the dugout, and I believe that's what it was. He was asking if he made a kicking move, much the same as kicking the puck into the net.
Correct. Of course, we'll have game one tonight, Pens and Islanders, Eastern Conference quarterfinals here on the radio side. Let's see if Tyler Becker could produce a run here to try to drive in Nate Zimkoski.
Left-handed hitting. Becker takes ball one, high and outside.
The sophomore Becker's done a nice job at the plate so far this season, batting .364 with 4 RBIs, playing right field here today.
Put the bat on the ball, no doubt.
Big cut there.
Yeah, big swing and a miss. Strike one.
Count now 1-1 with 2 outs as we operate here in the bottom half of the second inning. Laurel Highlands and West Allegheny still scoreless, but the Mustangs threatening with a runner in scoring position.
From the stretch again, Miller delivers. Curveball looped into center field and over the glove of the shortstop. Play at the plate, and he is in there safely. So Hay jumped as high as he could, almost out there at the grass part of the infield, right at the edge of the infield, was unable to come up with the catch, but coming in quickly, center fielder Austin Hendrick made a nice play, but scoring on the play from second base, Nate Zimkoski.
That's huge, Gary.
Sure is, and that's a single, but it's an unearned run.
Still run up on the scoreboard, and in a game like this, it's expected to be a pitcher's duel as they'll check Becker over here at first.
Back easily, but the Mustangs have been a running team, so those stolen bases and the opportunity to get into scoring position pays dividends here early in the second inning. Pitch in for a strike to Caleb Scott, getting his first opportunity, batting in the 8th spot. The catcher for the Mustangs looks at strike one.
Scott batting .385 with 4 RBIs. Mustang Jr. Trying to keep this bottom half of the second inning going.
Check of the runner. Here's the 0-1. Foul off to the right side. 0-2 now to Caleb Scott. Mustangs plating a run here in the bottom half of the second to take an early 1-0 lead.
It really shows how big that call over at second base was.
Sure is. Look for Becker maybe to take off here also. Ball on low and outside. Good look there by Scott on a close pitch.
I like trying to move him in motion. Gary, why not in this situation? Get him down at second with 2 outs here in the inning and then get another hit. You can go up 2-0 and get an insurance run.
Ball just inside and low. Framing it there was Luke Lambert, thinking he had strike 3 from Miller, but it was called ball 2.
Lambert's already shown on that throw down trying to get Zimkoski. He has a pretty good arm.
That's another factor that DeBerry's probably going to be considering now. Good lead over here, though, for Becker. That ball's low and in the dirt. Good look again there by Caleb Scott. Runs a count full. Now you can put the runner in motion.
They're playing a team like West Allegheny, certainly one of the premier programs in the Wpial and throughout the state of Pennsylvania. Came in ranked 2nd in 5A this week, according to True Live.
Throw over to keep the runner close. Back in diving, Tyler Becker.
And of course, Laurel Highlands was the True Live High School Sports Network Team of the Week. But that was kind of the old SI cover jinx. I think as soon as that came out, they lost to Trinity on Monday.
You were good to point that out. There's ball just on the outside part of the plate. No call there. Ball 4 is the call, and that's going to put runners on first and second. Again, framing it was Luke Lambert, but does not get the call for Miller.
A big spot here for the freshman, too, Gary. You wonder if he's felt this kind of pressure before. Mentioned came in with just a 2-0 record, 1.82 ERA. Probably had an easy time of things. West Day really hasn't had too many close games so far this season, but now down 1-0. You got 2 runners on, 2 outs here. Bottom of the second inning, and your team down a run.
9 pitches in the first inning. I have it unofficially 25 pitches here in the second inning.
Well, you have a courtesy runner here. That's Ryan Bricker to run it first. We mentioned West Day, another huge game tomorrow against a Trinity team that's undefeated in conference play as well.
Unable to pull the trigger there, Brstinsky on the fastball in for a strike.
Michael's done a nice job at the plate this season as well. He's produced 7 RBIs, batting .235, senior shortstop.
0-1 pitch, strike 2 on the outside corner.
That's the importance of this game for Laurel Highlands. The Mustangs pick up a win here, and the West Day beats Trinity tomorrow. You have a 3-way tie for first place in the conference.
2 men on, 2 outs. 0-2 pitch to Brstinsky. Time called as Brstinsky calls out. A timeout, steps out of the box as Miller kind of froze him at the plate, looking back at the runner at second several times.
Of course, you want to win the home games, too. You don't mind losing 1 or 2 on the road, but you have to protect your home field.
And just getting a piece off the end of the bat that time was Brstinsky to stay alive, 0-2.
He did a nice job there just to get a piece of it. You're right, Gary.
Two men on, 2 outs. 0-2 count. Brstinsky against Miller. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Miller does get out of it with minor damage, just 1 run for the Mustangs, but that puts the Laurel Highlands Mustangs up 1-0 as we go to the top of the 3rd. You're listening to WMBS and watching the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools, teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School, for folks on the TV side, you see Tom, Rick, and Rick Vernon, along with Bob Schiffbauer, two of the South Union Township supervisors. Of course.
And a tax collector.
Tax collector, correct, correct. Of course, Caleb Scott, Rick Vernon's nephew. Mustang catcher today.
Leading off for West Allegheny, Braden Horton, the third baseman.
Horton, Morris, and Hendrick. Here in the top half of the third. First pitch taken there from Horton for ball one. Horton, a sophomore, came into this game with a .211 average. Has produced 1 RBI so far this season for the Indians. Lefties 1-0, swing and a miss there to even up the count at 1-1 to Braden Horton.
Little change of pace there by Wpial. Changing speeds, hitting his spots. That's his game.
Now the 1-1, he certainly kept the pitch count down so far. Misses there, low and inside. Just one base runner in the first inning. That was the walk issue to Molitak in a 1-2-3 second inning.
Unofficially at 22 pitches, 11 in the first, 11 in the second.
Yeah, not bad through 2. This one popped up by Horton. Go over the fence. Count will be even at 2-2. Brian Morozak alongside Gary Frankhauser and Jerry Dupé. From Landman Field here at Laurel Highlands High School, Nick Barczyk back in our Uniontown Hospital studios on the radio side. Thank you for joining us for high school baseball action, whether you're watching on South Union Television or listening on the Triple Live High School Sports Network or on WMBS. 2-2, line drive foul just behind us. Count remains 2-2.
Vecchiola with the velocity on that one had Horton way behind.
Let's see if Dino can finish him off here for his third strikeout of the game, and another one fouled back, this time into the fence behind home plate there by Horton. Count remains 2-2. Mustangs 5-1, West Allegheny 6-1. 2-2 again, breaking ball just missing there, and we'll pull 3-2. Didn't miss by much.
Certainly we do not have the best vantage point for balls and strikes, but that looked like it caught a big part of the plate.
I agree. We're situated right down the first base line here today in the press box at Laurel Highlands High School. 3-2, comes back with a heat and walks Braden Horton. That one did appear to be off the plates. A little high.
Leadoff base runner now for West Allegheny, leading off the third. And second walk, uncharacteristically for Vecchiola.
Now Cameron Morris will come to the plate. Morris batting .421 with 4 RBIs, junior right fielder for the Indians. Laurel Highlands leading 1-0. Mustangs scoring their run on an RBI single to left center field from Tyler Becker, which drove in Nate Zimkoski. And now West Day showing a little small ball here in the first pitch in there to Morris. Morris pulls back on the attempted bunt. Count at 1-0. Now Horton at first. A 1-0 again, squaring around as Morris lays it down. Goes same team there. It's going to be the third baseman, Zimkoski, picking it up. Throw over to first to Myers to retire Morris, but advancing down to second is Braden Horton. A little confusion there initially, Gary, I think, between Zimkoski and Vecchiola.
Ball was bunted pretty well right between them, but you want to let the third baseman take that if you can, coming to the play, and that's exactly what happened. So ultimately a good play there by Zimkoski, And covering nicely by Mara.
Now Austin Hendrick will come to the plate. That's from the left side, grounded out 4-3 back in the first inning. Swings at the first pitch here and sends it foul on the left side. Bouncing around there in the lot. Barely missing a couple of cars. Counted 0-1. You missed out on Friday night, Gary, down at Greater Latrobe. It was a cold one. Mustangs winning there 12-2. Had that game on the radio side. Breaking ball here from Vecchiola, misses low and outside.
Certainly would have loved to have been there, but
it was a cold one, though. It was chilly, to say the least. It's had some rain showers there on the artificial surface at Greater Latrobe High School. Count now 1-1. Vecchiola to Hendrick. The runner on second comes back with a fastball. In there for a strike. Late call there from the home plate umpire. Count at 1-2. As West Allegheny tries to answer Laurel Highlands' run that was driven in the second inning with a run of their own. Runner in scoring position and 1 out. Breaking ball here, and this one nubbed, backing up the shortstop Brostensky. Makes the grab for the second out of the inning.
Kind of had a circle around that one, went back initially, but came in to make the play, so no damage with the little pop-up to shortstop for the second out of the inning.
Now Logan Schneider coming to the plate. The senior second baseman struck out looking back in the first inning, came into this game with a .444 average and 4 RBIs. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks so far from Vecchiola. Has yet to give up a hit and misses here on the first pitch to Logan Schneider. Count at 1-0. Now from the stretch, Vecchiola looked back at second. 1-0 pitch to Schneider, comes back with a fastball. Schneider fouls it off. Evens up the count at 1-1. Again, our next broadcast of Mustang baseball comes your way on Monday. We're back here at Landman Field. Laurel Highlands hosting Chartiers Valley, another program that's had plenty of success in the Wpial over the years. We're on the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show on the radio side at 3:45. First pitch set for 4 o'clock. And, of course, replays up on the South Union Township Sports Network as well. And also up on their YouTube page by searching South Union TV. You can also watch the broadcast on Atlantic Broadband Channel 17 and Armstrong Channel 61. Count now 1-1 here. Dino Vecchiola to Logan Schneider. Pitch misses high and inside. Count moves to 2-1 with Braden Horton on second base and 2 outs as we work here in the top half of the third inning. And Laurel Highlands leading West Allegheny by a score of 1-0.
Outfield shaded a little bit towards the right side and shallow for the Mustangs.
A little step off here from Dino. Just wanted to make sure that Horton wasn't going anywhere. Now the 2-1 again. Breaking ball misses low. Now the count at 3-1 with first base open. And Logan Malatak due up next.
Certainly don't want to groove one here to Schneider.
3-1 now on the way, and that pitch is in there for a strike. Seeing some late calls from the home plate umpire here today.
That's his motif, so yeah. I think he's going to continue to do that. When that one led her high.
Keeps us guessing at times. And the payoff pitch here to Schneider. Another step off from Dino. You get out of here with no damage done. You're feeling pretty good after 3 innings with West Allegheny coming to the plate. Here we go again. 3-2. Pitch misses high and inside for ball 4. It's now the 3rd walk issued by Dino, 2nd this inning. After Dino came into the game without a walk issued all season. Now runners on first and second, and West Allegheny's meat of the order now coming to the plate. Logan Malatak, who walked back in the first inning. Senior left fielder came in batting .278 with 5 RBIs. And a big spot here for the Indians. They trail 1-0. First pitch to Malatak, swing and a miss, 0-1.
Already over 20 pitches in the inning for Andino.
Malatak, the 5th Indian to bat here in the top of the 3rd. Back with a fastball is Dino. Doing a good job of framing it there, Caleb Scott. Now we have 2 strikes on Logan Malatak. Let's see if Dino can finish him off. 0-2 on the way. Comes back with a fastball and just staying alive there on a foul ball is Malatek. Count remains 0-2. Luke Lambert, the cleanup hitter, due up next if they get to Lambert here this half inning. Count remaining 0-2 here. Vecchiola to Malatek.
Try to get him to chase at something here.
0-2 again. Comes back with a breaking ball that's sent over the press box foul. Count remains 0-2, and Dino's done a nice job throughout the course of the afternoon and this season mixing up his pitches. Here we go again. Dino back on the rubber. 2 on, 2 outs. West Allegheny down 1-0 as we work here in the top half of the third inning. Dino check back at second. 0-2 again. Fastball swing and a miss. Strike 3. So the Indians strand 2. And as we head to the bottom half of the third, still 1-0. Laurel Highlands over West Allegheny on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920. The area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Just sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahaloff, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahaloff, and White, just give them a call.
Moving to the bottom half of the third inning, Dylan Bonta, Alex Gesk, and Santino Mara do it for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs with a 1-0 lead over the West Allegheny Indians. Brian Morozak alongside Gary Frankhauser and Jerry Dupay. Nick Barnchek back in our Uniontown Hospital studios. On the radio side, Gavin Miller on the hill for West Allegheny. First pitch here to Dylan Bonta, and first pitch swinging from Bonta. Shortstop Hay over to first to Downing for the out. Close over at first, and once again, Walker Hay busy at the shortstop position. That's the fourth out recorded, 6-3 so far in this game, Gary.
Nice play, moving to his left, up the middle. Thought it had a chance to get through for the base hit, and the speedy Bonta unable to beat it out. Nice play there by Hay.
So Bonta now 0 for 2 today, and Alex Gesk will come to the plate. Gesk also grounded out 6-3, first time up, back in the first inning. So far, Gavin Miller has thrown 40 pitches today for West Allegheny. Facing the lefty, Gesk goes around there off of a low pitch. Count 0-1.
Pretty savvy for a freshman. Also changing his speeds, moving the ball in and out, up and down, and keeping the Mustang batters off stride so far.
Guest stepped out there for a moment. Now back in the batter's box. 0-1 pitch. Miller to Gesk. This one misses high and outside off of a fastball. Count now moves even to 1-1. This half inning being brought to you by NovaCare Rehabilitation.
I believe it's 1-2, Brian.
1-2, okay, excuse me. 1-2 on Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. 1-2 now on the way, and there's your punch out as Miller freezes Gesk. His 4th strikeout of the game. And 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom half of the 3rd.
Guest looking for something outside or out on the outer part of the plate. Just froze on that inside fastball.
The top of the order was retired 1-2-3 in the top half of the 1st. Mara trying to change that here in the bottom half of the 1st, and Mara trying to change that here in the bottom half of the 3rd. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Mara came into the game with a .429 average and 4 RBIs. Mustang Jr. Also grounded out 6-3 to end that bottom half of the 1st inning. 1-0 pitch here. Mara, high chopper, will get right in between Schneider and Hay for a 2-out single.
Strange batting of the ball that time. It hit the grass just outside the batter's box. Took a high hop straight over second base for the base hit.
Mustangs will take it, trying to create something now here with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and Nick Kumar coming to the plate. And the freshman Miller look over at first. Delivers the first pitch to Kumar, swing and a miss, strike 1. At the very least, Laurel Highlands making Miller throw a few extra pitches here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Now watch that pitch count as we get up into the later innings here today. Another check of Santino Mara, head first, slide back safely.
Just 7 pitches so far this inning.
It'll be 46 so far for the game. And on the other side, Dino Vecchiola, 48 pitches through 3 innings. Was over 20 in that 3rd inning. There's a line drive through for Nick Kumar. Santino Mara will have to hold up at second, so back-to-back singles to center field for Mara and Kumar. And the Mustangs trying to create a little 2-out magic here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Now 2 on and 2 outs, and Nate Zimkoski coming to the plate to score the Mustangs' only run of the game.
Ringing single right up the middle, line shot off the off-speed pitch by Miller.
Zimkoski, the 5th Mustang to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd. Miller's first pitch to Nate, in there for a strike. Now just below the shoulders.
Zimkoski walked back in the 2nd, as Brian said, and did come around to score the only run after the miscue at second base.
Now the 0-1 here to Nate. Miller's pitch, high and in tight. Evens up the count at 1-1. Laurel Highlands leading 1-0. It was Tyler Becker that drove in Nate Zimkoski. In the bottom of the 2nd inning, Laurel Highlands threatening here, looking for some insurance runs in the bottom half of the 3rd. 1-1 on the way. And that pitch missing by Miller as Zimkoski tanks again, and the count at 2-1.
Again, coming with the off-speed breaking ball.
Got 2 balls and 1 strike again from the stretch. Gavin Miller. That one misses low, so just like that, we're 3-1 and a pitch away from maybe the bases loaded for Garrett Myers. I'll see how the freshman Miller handles the pressure here. A 3-1 pitch to Nate Zimkoski with 2 runners on. Comes back with a fastball, misses inside for ball 4.
Good eye there for Zimkoski. We're certainly looking for something that you could drive with a 3-1 count, and struggling a little bit with control here in the inning. Gavin Miller, after quick 2 outs, now 2 base hits and a walk.
For the 2nd straight inning, Laurel Highlands sending 6 men to the plate. Garrett Myers now the bases loaded, and West Allegheny is going to bring the entire infield in here for a little discussion. The inning started with Dylan Bonner grounding out 6-3, and Miller froze Alex Gesk for his 4th strikeout of the game. Looked like it might be a 1-2-3 inning. Santino Mara then with a single to center. Nick Kumar followed it up with a single of his own to center field, and now Nate Simkoski walking to load up the bases for Garrett Myers, who struck out swinging in his first plate appearance of the game. But we mentioned Gary. He came in with a .600 average and 2 RBIs, junior first baseman for Laurel Highlands.
Certainly has the capabilities of putting it in play. It'll be interesting to see if Miller goes to the stretch or wind up here with the bases loaded.
Laurel Highlands is yet to hit a home run this season. Tough to get an indication of the wind out here today. And Myers, the lefty, against the righty Gavin Miller. First pitch to Garrett Myers. Fastball. Myers sends it foul into the dugout. Got it 0-1.
Just a little out in front of that ball. Trying to pull it down the line.
Boy, a hit here could break the game wide open for the Mustangs, especially with Laurel Highlands ace Dino Vecchiola on the hill. Now the 0-1 to Garrett Myers. Coming back with a fastball, Gavin Miller. Might have been a foul tip there from Myers, but nonetheless, Myers behind 0-2.
Back in control, 0-2, Gavin Miller.
0-2 pitch on the way, fastball, and Myers pops it up, but in foul territory. Count remains 0-2, but certainly that little infield meeting seems to have done Gavin Miller some good. He's done a nice job here so far against Garrett Myers. Let's see if we can finish him off with the bases loaded and 2 outs as we work here in the bottom half of the third, and Laurel Highlands up 1-0. Miller now taking his time. 0-2 pitch on the way. Fastball, and Myers with a hard line drive, but it's played there by the second baseman Schneider. Over to first to Shea Downing to retire Myers. 4-3 for the third out of the inning. So the Mustangs leave the bases loaded and will head to the top half of the fourth with Laurel Highlands still leading 1-0 here in the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Here we go with the top half of the fourth inning. Laurel Highlands on top, 1-0. West Allegheny bringing to the plate Luke Lambert, Shea Downing, and Mason Timko to face Dino Vecchiola here in the fourth inning. No hits so far for West Allegheny as Vecchiola deals strike one on the outside corner to Luke Lambert.
Dino's issued 3 walks so far this afternoon. This top of the fourth being brought to you by Russ Bleho, your local Allstate insurance agent. You're in good hands with Russ Bleho and Allstate.
0-1 pitch, fouled back. 0-2.
It's one of 3 conference games going on here today in Section 3 5A. Char Valley also in Fayette County at Albert Gallatin. Montour at Carrick this afternoon.
Vecchiola out in front of Luke Lambert. Cleanup hitter for West Allegheny. There's another foul ball to the right side. This one might be playable. Over and taking a look is Myers, but it does drift out of play on the right side.
Other games around Fayette County today. Norwin at Connellsville. Uniontown hosting Thomas Jefferson over at Bailey Park. Bell Vernon at Ringgold. Washington at Waynesburg. Frazier at Fort Cherry, Brownsville at Shar Houston, Jefferson Morgan at California, and West Green at Geibel.
There's a line shot into left field, but playing it perfectly out there in right field, Alex Gesk. As the Mustang scouting report had that shift of the outfield to the right side, that was headed to the gap.
That was dead on.
Alex Gesk with the line drive catch out there in left field.
Yeah, well hit ball by Lambert, as you said, but the Mustangs had that scouted perfectly right at Alex Gesk. 1 up, 1 down.
Brings up Shea Downing. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Downing with a strikeout looking in the second.
Remember, he came into the game with 10 RBIs so far this season, batting .300.
0-1 pitch, curveball, just missing. Curved around the outside of the plate, 1-1.
Mentioned West Day hasn't had too many close games so far this year, especially in conference play. Had a 1 loss against an out-of-state opponent in Weir, West Virginia.
There's a fastball and there's a pop-up to the right side. Myers has it measured, kind of slipped to the top of his mitt right here in front of us, but
still made the catch.
Able to keep the squeeze on it for the pop-up out to first base.
Goes in F3, no matter how it looks, Gary.
What flavor was that snow cone?
By his face, maybe cherry or strawberry.
Yeah.
It's bright red out there. Nonetheless, 2 outs now in the top of the 4th.
Mason Timko, the designated hitter, will step in. There's a pitch, just missing outside.
Gandino came into this inning with 48 pitches thrown. Now threw 3 on the other side. Gavin Miller's thrown 57.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Good fastball velocity there by Vecchiola. Just his 11th pitch of the inning here so far.
I'd put him at 59 now for the game.
Long look at the signals there. Wind in the pitch, fouled back on the right side. Strike 2.
Of course, Laurel Highlands produced 3 base runners in the bottom of the 3rd inning with 2 outs.
Just hope that doesn't prove costly to the Mustangs, leaving the bases loaded. 0-2 pitch. Just misses outside. I'm sorry, that was the 1-2 pitch, making it 2-2.
It was a pretty good pitch, though. Didn't miss by much.
Good placement. Hard one to take there for Timko. There's a curveball on the outside corner for strike 3 looking. Vecchiola out of the inning with no damage. 1-2-3 inning. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th. Mustangs on top. 1-0 here on 590 AM, 101.1 FM WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Here we go with the bottom half of the 4th inning. Gary Frankhauser along with Brian Mrozek. Jerry Dupay on the camera for South Union Township. Nick Barczyk back in WMBS Central.
Our Uniontown Hospital studios.
That's right. Leading off, Tyler Becker had a single back in the 2nd inning that produced the sole run of the game. Looks at ball 1 high and outside.
This half inning being brought to you by Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West, located across from Applebee's.
Ball 2 from Gavin Miller. This one in the dirt. So the Mustangs looking for runners here in the fourth to hopefully add on to a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Miller at 57 pitches after 3 innings.
There's a grounder foul. Nice play there in the on-deck circle by Caleb Scott. One-hands it, flips it back out to Gavin Miller on the mound.
Used to that as being the catcher.
Absolutely. Miller asked for a new ball, though. Must not have liked it. Caleb touched it. 1-2 the count to Tyler Becker, leading things off here in the fourth inning for Laurel Highlands. Low and inside, 3-1.
They think he juiced it up or something? Greased it up with his hands?
Maybe. 3-1 offering. Gavin Miller from the windup. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner.
Miller doing a nice job to work his way back into the count here with Tyler Becker. And Becker with that RBI single to left center field, producing Laurel Highlands' only run of the game.
3-2 pitch. High and outside. Leadoff walk for Tyler Becker. So on base both times here for the Mustangs. Going to bring up Caleb Scott, who walked in the second.
2 sophomores in the lineup getting it done. Becker aboard in both plate appearances. And, of course, the other sophomore, Nick Kumar, single last time up. Good to see the production out of the younger players on the Mustang side.
There's a bunt down to first base line. Looks like a pretty good bunt, but it does trickle foul. So Scott doing the right thing, bunting the ball to the right side, making the first baseman Downing make the play, but it did trickle foul, just a little too hard on the bunt.
We saw back in the second inning how important it is just moving a runner in a scoring position.
Strike 1 with nobody out.
Especially here with nobody out in the bottom half of the fourth inning.
Good lead out here at first, and pulls back on the bunt as that one is outside, 1-1. He's going to ask for an appeal. Maybe he thought that Scott went after it.
I'm going to check it.
Oh, now they say he did take an offering at it. Wow. Looked to me like he pulled back. Little harassment of the home plate umpire. Wow. No balls, 2 strikes. That ball's in the dirt. 1-2, trying to get a chase there was Gavin Miller. Off-speed curveball in the dirt. Trying to protect in there Caleb Scott now with 2 strikes.
Head coach Brian Cornell and his staff haven't been shy about questioning calls so far in this game.
Throw over, diving back in safely. Becker. He'll need to use the laundry service later.
For sure.
1-2 pitch, nobody out. Just a little bit high. Ball 2, 2-2.
They have 5 days, though, to get the laundry done. Don't play again until Monday here against Char Valley.
From the stretch, freshman Gavin Miller on the hill for West Allegheny. There's a strike on the outside corner. Strike 3 to Caleb Scott. Stood there and looked at it for a second, but that's not going to change things. Strike 3 for the first out. It's going to bring up Brustinski.
He struck out swinging back in the second inning.
So 1 on, 1 out for the Mustangs here. Dive back again and almost got stuck on his way back there that time was Becker.
The way the schedule is right now, he could easily come back with Dino again on Monday. He'd be eligible to pitch in their next game.
Big lead now. Foul back by Brustinski.
You only have 2 games scheduled all of next week. The Mustangs will play at Albert Gallatin next Wednesday. And, of course, you have the Easter holiday the following Sunday. And then Laurel Highlands coming back here with a big home game against Trinity. So you'd expect the next 2 Mondays to have Dino on the hill.
Throw again back, and it might have got him. He did. Wow. Tough call.
And now Mike Smith appealing here at first.
They're not going to change the call. That's going to be the second out as he was diving back. The tag was about at his hip, But from our vantage point, it was close enough for the
home plate umpire coming out here, Gary.
I'm not sure how that could be changed, but we're going to have a discussion. Wow.
This would be something if this gets overturned. I think they're going to. We're going to get an appeal here? An appeal granted for the home plate umpire?
I'm not sure what they're going to do, but it was not asked for an appeal. Home plate umpire came out on his own, and now we're going to have a discussion with the coaching staff with West Allegheny. I'm sure Cornell is not going to be happy if this is changed.
We've seen a little bit of everything so far in this one. And they're going to give him first base.
Wow. And they do change the call.
Wow.
Becker's going to remain at first with just one out. One out in the inning, Drstinsky at the plate.
I wonder what the reasoning was behind that.
Well, as an official, I think if the only way you can change the call is if you're absolutely sure that it was wrong.
Yeah.
So he comes out from home plate with maybe a better look at it.
Now, time call. I bet we're going to have a warning here issued to the West Allegheny bench. Because they've been giving him a lot of junk behind home plate. They've been all over the home plate umpire. That's what he did. He issued a warning over to the West Allegheny bench.
And now there's going to be a conversation at the mound with Gavin Miller and the infield umpire.
But they've been chirping at the home plate umpire the entire game. And you kind of wonder if maybe that's one of the reasons in his head he makes the change down here at first.
Well, I've always been of the opinion that doesn't help. There's a foul back by Drstinsky, so he's in the hole 0-2. And Miller now with 12 pitches in the inning, one out, one runner on. Pretty good lead over here by Becker. Might be a little hesitant. There's a ground ball to short. Double play ball if they can turn it. There's one, and he doesn't make the throw to first. Kind of juggled it out there at second base. Second baseman Scheider could not make the turn, but they do get the lead runner in Becker. Fielder's choice for Drstinsky, second out of the inning.
Nobody over there arguing that it was interference.
No, that was a good slide.
Just never know here today, the way things are going.
It's been interesting, no doubt. But now 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Dylan Bonner. I'm sorry, Dylan. I'm going back a couple years here. Dylan Bonner, 0 for 2, strikeout in the first, grounded to short in the third, with an opportunity here with 2 outs. Ground ball down third. DeBerry makes a play from the coaching box. 0-2.
Still a 1-0 lead for Laurel Highlands over West Allegheny. If you're just joining us, Tyler Becker driving in Nate Simkowski for the game's only run.
0-2 pitch to Bonner. Check swing, did he go?
Bringing an appeal here again.
No, did not go that time. Ball was low and outside, check swing. So runs the count to 1-2.
I think we've had more appeals here today than we've seen all season.
I'm getting text messages from the crowd asking for an explanation on that pickoff play.
We'll try to get it in between innings.
Foul back by Bonner.
Of course, Mike Smith standing right in front of us, so we'll be able to talk to him in between innings and let you know what the call is all about down there at first.
So Drstinsky getting his lead off at first, stepping off is Miller. Gathers himself. 1-2 pitch on the way, and that's in the dirt. Kind of hops out in front of the catcher. Lambert made a nice play on that, blocking it in front of himself, keeping the ball out in front of himself. No chance for Drstinsky to make an advance on that.
Yeah, at the very least, this inning has made Gavin Miller throw quite a few pitches.
Here's the 1-2 again. There's a ground ball towards second. In between hop. Nice play over to first base. Scheider to Downing for the third out of the inning. So no damage, Mustangs still on top, 1-0 as we go to the top half of the fourth inning here on WMBS.
Top half of the fifth.
I'm sorry, top half of the fifth. You're right. That was the fourth. Top half of the fifth. It is 1-0 here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School, Gavin Miller, Braden Horton, and Cameron Morris due up for West Allegheny. Laurel Highlands leading 1-0, and Dino's first pitch misses low and outside to Gavin Miller. And Gary, you got an explanation about the overturn at first base?
Sure do, and it was nothing like we were talking about. It was not an overturn.
There's a high fly ball here on the right side. Charging from right field is Tyler Becker, and he records the out for the first out of the inning. Go ahead, Gary.
But just to continue that, it was determined that the ball was not back in play after a foul ball. The pitcher had not returned to the rubber and had not put the ball back in play. So the throw over to first was before the ball had been put back in play, which resulted in no attempt or could not record an out.
It's been years since I've seen something like that. Already one out here in the top half of the fifth inning as Braden Horton takes the first pitch here from Dino Vecchiola. Dino threw 62 pitches through 4 innings. Already has an out recorded here in the top half of the 5th, and that one fouled off by Horton. And just like that, the count at 1-1 this half inning, by the way, brought to you by Jason Scott and South Union Township. Now Horton jogging down to talk to head coach Brian Cornell, who's coaching third base here for West Allegheny. Really just a huge game for the Mustangs. If you consider the fact that Laurel Highlands is coming off of that conference loss against Trinity on the road on Monday, you pick up a win here, and you even yourselves with West Allegheny with 1 loss in the conference, and West A plays Trinity tomorrow. If West A wins that game over the Hillers, then you have a 3-way tie atop the conference for first place. Now the 1-1 here, Vecchiola to Horton. Horton walked first time up, and Horton fouls this one off for the count at 1-2. Vecchiola, so far in this game, 4 strikeouts, and has also issued 3 walks. Comes back with a breaking ball here that just misses. The count now even at 2-2.
I have him unofficially at 68 pitches.
So 6 thrown so far this inning. Now the 2-2 here on the way, and this one popped up. And charging in is Mara from second base. Will make the grab for the second out of the inning. So 2 fly ball outs recorded. One to Becker out in the right, and now Mara at second base. And we have 2 up, 2 down with Cameron Morris, who sacrificed back during his first plate appearance, advancing Braden Horton back in the 3rd inning. Batting from the number 9 position in the Indians batting lineup. Junior right fielder came in batting .421 with 4 RBIs. Base is empty. Laurel Highlands leading 1-0. Vecchiola's first pitch just misses there to Morris. Count at 1-0. Now Dino will wind and fire the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Mustangs looking for a 1-2-3. Top half of the 5th inning, 1-1 pitch, another breaking ball from Dino. This one just off the plate. Count moves to 2-1. Laurel Highlands will have Gesk, Mara, and Kumar due up in the bottom half of the inning. 2-1 pitch, back with a fastball is Vecchiola, and it's fouled off again over the press box and out of play. Count now even at 2-2.
Could be a real efficient inning if Dino is able to get out of this inning again, 1-2-3.
Especially this juncture of the game. Here we go. Dino will wind and fire the 2-2 pitch. Little off-speed pitch hit on the ground to second, should be routine. Mara to Myers to end the inning. So 1-2-3, top half of the 5th. Went to the bottom of the 5th with Laurel Highlands still leading West Allegheny 1-0 here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. It's a Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Alex Guess, Antino Mara, Nick Kumar due up for Laurel Highlands here in the bottom half of the 5th. Mustangs leading the West Allegheny Indians by a score of 1-0. Gavin Miller still on the mound for West Allegheny as Alex Guess steps out. What do you have Miller for pitch-wise here, Gary, so far through 4?
65.
Okay. So that was an 8-pitch fourth inning then?
18.
8 here at 75.
75, I'm sorry.
75.
75. You're right.
First pitch, a strike to Alex Gesk. Counted 0-1. Now Miller's 0-1. And therefore a strike on the outside corner. Counted 0-2. That's now 77 pitches thrown so far in this game for Gavin Miller. Gesk 0 for 2 so far today. The 0-2 here, Miller to Gesk. Fastball in there for a strike, so a 3-pitch strikeout for Gavin Miller. And the second time he sent Alex Gesk down, and Gesk now 0 for 3 today.
Second time looking also. That's going to bring up Santino Mara. He has a single in the third, 1 for 2.
Now 6 strikeouts recorded for Miller so far in this game. Mara came in batting .429 with 4 RBIs. We'll take the first pitch here inside for ball 1.
Mustangs holding on to this tenuous lead as some action down now in the West Allegheny bullpen.
As Miller surpasses 80 pitches. 1-0 here tomorrow, 0 for ball 2. Got to start getting those arms loose. Conceivably, this could be the final inning for Gavin Miller. Miller came in with 2 appearances prior to this one. This is his 3rd appearance of the season. Came into the game working just 7 2/3 innings, but did win both of his starts so far this year. Count now 3-0 here to Santino Mara as the Mustangs look for a base runner with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th. 3-0 pitch. Mara taking all the way. It's down the middle for a strike.
Just looking to get base runners, as you said, Brian. Try to produce something here.
You'd love an insurance run just to allow you a little more room to breathe a little deeper. Mara with a big shot here deep to right field. Look out, backing up and making the grab is Cameron Morris for the second out of the inning. Mara sent him all the way back to the warning track.
Good shot out there to right field, but just too much air under it.
And Jerry mentioned to us the wind blowing slightly in today. So on another day we might have had 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing out instead of in. Could be a 2-0 game. Nonetheless, 2 up, 2 down. Nick Kumar at the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Miller's first pitch to Kumar. Nick takes it for strike 1. On the West Allegheny side, they'll have Hendrick, Schneider, and Molitak due up top of the order in the top half of the 6th. With 6 outs to work with. A little bit of a, say, lazy swing going around that time from Kumar.
Wasn't sure he wanted to take a rip at that one and ended up swinging at one that was not in the zone.
He's kind of waved at it. Now 2 strikes on Nick Kumar. Now Nick will call time. The Mustangs have had success here with 2 outs in innings. And Kumar now taking this one. It's low and in the dirt and hops away from the catcher Luke Lambert. Early no damage done with nobody on base. For the most part, it's been a pretty efficient game in the field on both sides. Just the one little miscue at second base when the Mustangs sent a man in motion and then ended up producing Laurel Highlands' lone run of the game.
You're right about that, Brian. Both teams playing efficiently behind their pitching staff or their pitchers who have also been quite efficient.
Now the 2-2 pitch, and chasing to that one, Nick Kumar strikes out. So 6 strikeouts now for Gavin Miller. Still a 1-0 lead for Laurel Highlands over West Allegheny as we head to the top half of the 6th here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920. The area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts. almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Welcome back to Lambden Field. We're ready for the top half of the sixth inning. Top of the lineup for West Allegheny Mustangs, holding on to a 1-0 lead behind pitcher Dino Vecchiola.
It's only been a fun one to watch so far this afternoon, Gary.
Austin Hendrick 0 for 2. Grounded out to...
Have time here.
Wow, what do we got? Oh, no protector down there. Loose ball in the right field. Hendrick grounded out to second base his first time up. Little pop up to shortstop his second time. Vecchiola with a shot now down the right field line. That's going to be fair, and it will get to the corner. Extra bases for Hendrick. He rounds second, and he's going to head for third. And they late getting the ball in. Leadoff triple for Austin Hendrick. Puts West Allegheny in business here in the top of the sixth. That's the first hit off of Vecchiola.
I don't know if you saw it, Gary, but Becker booted it into the corner.
I saw it glance off his glove and head into the corner, and he had trouble picking it up to get it back in, which allowed Hendrick to get all the way around to third base with the leadoff triple.
Now a little pressure put back on Dino Vecchiola and the Mustangs here in the top half of the sixth inning, which is being brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Of Logan Schneider coming to the plate. Struck out back in the first inning, walked last time up in the third.
Mustangs come up at third and first, try to prevent the run on the ground ball to either third or first, as Vecchiola will go from the windup. Ball outside, just barely outside.
Just a huge hit, though, for Hendrick to lead off the inning and then get extra bases out of it as well.
It was a rope down the first base line, deep into the corner. Strike one, 1-1 now to Logan Scheider.
Certainly buckle up time here.
There's a pitch, and that's in the dirt, blocked nicely back there by Scott. Caleb Scott giving up his body there, but runs a count to 2-1 strike now. Hitters count.
Certainly one of the biggest home games the Mustangs have played in quite some time.
Fouled back. Good cut that time by Scheider, but also good fastball by Vecchiola. Tied him up.
A program with so much history in West Allegheny. And the Mustangs, going back over the last 10 or 11 years, have lost their previous two meetings with the Indians.
Pitch in the dirt again. Scott with another block. So count now 3-2.
Vecchiola came into the inning with 74 pitches thrown through 5.
Looking for this first out of the inning. The runner on there at third. There's a fly ball to right field. Coming over and making the one-handed grab. That should be plenty deep for the sacrifice fly. So things are tied up here on the sacrifice fly by Logan Scheider, scoring Hendrick from third on the leadoff triple.
Yeah, Logan did a nice job there. Sent out in the right field, produced the run, and now we're tied at 1.
Nice play out there by Becker. Had to go to his left to make the one-hand grab, and that's going to bring up Logan Malatak with 1 out, and the base is now clear.
From Logan to another.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
On the Laurel Highlands side, they'll have Zimkowski, Myers, and Becker due up in the bottom half of the 6th. Now this game tied at 1.
Shaking off a signal. Now coming with the fastball, just missing inside.
And you mentioned earlier, Gary, but worth pointing out again, that Hendrick triple, the first hit of the game for West Allegheny.
1-1 offering from Dino. Came with the off-speed breaking pitch way out in front, swing and a miss by Malatak. 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
On the other side, Laurel Highlands just 3 hits off of Gavin Miller so far in this game.
One-two pitch just misses on the outside part of the plate. Good position there. Try to get a chase out of Malatak, but did not offer. 2-2.
The JV game is wrapped up between these two schools. The West Allegheny's JV team now situated just to the left of Caleb Scott.
There's a fly ball to shallow center, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. So a little looper to center field by Malatak puts a runner on first with 1 out.
And this top of the order getting things done for West Allegheny here in the top half of the 6th. Hendricks triple, sac fly RBI from Scheider. And Malatak single to center. Now another runner on with 1 out. This game now tied at 1, and Scott DeBerry's going to pay a visit to the mound to talk to Dino Vecchiola.
And I believe we're going to have a pinch runner maybe for Malatak.
It would be a pinch runner, not a courtesy runner, because Malatak's the left fielder. Maybe try to add a little more speed out there as Scott DeBerry talks to both Caleb Scott and Dino Vecchiola.
Malatak, I think, just getting some advice from his coaching staff over there, not going to be out of the game. So he's going over the signals, determining what he wants to do as far as making sure that Vecchiola goes to the plate. He has a pretty good move to first as a left-hander, but might look for some opportunity for West Allegheny to run, and you also might see a little small ball again, but with the the cleanup hitter, Luke Lambert, at the plate, you'd have to question that.
Came into the game batting .444.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0 for 2, though, so far today. Grounded out to end the 1st, flew out to start the 4th.
Throw over.
Nice move there from Dino.
Yeah, not close, and not much of a lead for Malatak. Goes to the plate, foul back. 0-2 now to Lambert. Mustangs looking for outs here now, all tied up at 1. Top half of the 6th inning. Throw over again, just a courtesy toss over this time. Vecchiola with the signal and the stretch. Here's a pitch, just missing low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tough one to take there for Lambert. Moderate lead over here at first for Malatak. Check of the runner. He's going. There's a ground ball to third. Up with it and on to first for the out. Would have been no play at second base regardless, so nice play down there at third by Zimkowski over to first baseman Garrett Myers, but advancing to second and into scoring position is Malatak.
Yeah, well done defensively that time out of Laurel Highlands. Zimkowski to Myers over at first.
Slow roller in that grass. There would have been no chance for an opportunity at the runner, especially since he was moving on the pitch.
Yeah, for sure. Now Shea Downing coming into the plate. He's 0 for 2 today.
Curveball in for a strike. Starts him off with off speed on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
You just want to get out of here if you're Laurel Highlands. Get to the home half of the 6th at 1-1.
0-1 pitch, foul back. 0-2 now to Shea Downing.
All right, yielded 1 here in the top half of the 6th. Don't let West Day tag you with another one.
2 hits in the inning. Out there at second base, Logan Malatak representing the go-ahead run. Here's the 0-2 pitch, high and tight. 1-2 now. Santino with the signal from his battery mate, Scott. Here's a pitch, and there's a drive to left field. Pulled it in another nicely placed position by Alex Gesk on the line shot. Makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning, and the Mustangs now will come up in the bottom of the 6th with a tied score 1-1 here on WMBS in the South Union Township Sports Network. Big inning for the Mustangs here. Bottom half of the 6th, now all tied at 1. Opportunity for Nate Zimkowski at the plate. Takes strike 1.
Zimkowski, Myers, and Becker do it for the Mustangs here in the bottom half of the 6th. Now this game knotted up at 1.
Still out there for West Allegheny, Gavin Miller. They foul back 0-2.
What's his pitch count at right now?
I have him over 90.
Okay.
92.
You mentioned last half inning, Dino threw 22 pitches. He's now at 96 through 6.
0-2 offering to Zimkowski, just outside and high. 1-2.
This looks unlikely at this point that Dino will be able to finish out the game unless he gets a 3-pitch 7th inning. The Mustangs are going to need a run scored on the other side as well.
There's a little looper right up the middle and bobbled in between Hop there. Unable to make the play at shortstop was Walker Hay. We'll have to give him an error, but that was a very difficult play coming off the edge of the grass infield in between Hop, just unable to handle that. So Zimkowski on the error.
And you got a runner on and nobody out. Sacrifice here out of Myers maybe. He's 0 for 2 today.
He stabs at it but does not complete the bunt, so needs to square around a little bit and control that bat. But the Mustangs do need to get somebody in scoring position.
This bottom of the 6th brought to you by the Centers for Rehab Services and physical therapist Jim Burns.
Way in tight now for West Allegheny. Braden Horton at third base. Time called. All kind of action down in the bullpen now for West Allegheny. 2 pitchers warming up.
Might have a righty and a lefty, you never know.
Myers pulls back as a pitch is outside for ball 1, 1-1.
As far as the regular season is concerned, certainly the biggest point of the season, I think, for both of these programs, considering what's at stake.
Entertaining baseball for sure. Here's the pitch in the dirt. No chance for an advancement there by Zimkowski, so Myers pulls back again. Runs the count to 2-1.
Your Ryan Dorstay warming up down there, junior, number 15. The other pitcher warming up still has the jacket on.
Here's the bunt by Myers, and that's foul, so unable to put it in play. Count now 2-2 with nobody out. Zimkowski on the air at first base. Myers now with a 2-2 count. Time called again. I think the umpire was not ready that time. Had to clean his mask off. A little dust in the eye. 2-2 pitch from the stretch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on a high fastball by Gavin Miller. Strikes out Garrett Myers for the first out of the inning.
Evan Ferretti is the other pitcher warming up down there for West Allegheny. 2 righties throwing. Now Tyler Becker at the plate for the Mustangs. He's reached base safely in both plate appearances so far. RBI single and also a walk today.
First pitch low and outside for ball 1.
And the game tied at 1 as we work here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I have Miller approaching 100 pitches, right at 99.
So Becker will be the last batter he could face.
And therefore a strike.
Again, he can finish at pitch 100, can finish pitching to Tyler Becker. He'll have to come out after facing Tyler.
That's assuming I have the count right.
Correct.
Throw over, close play, but ball dropped in the dirt as diving back in was Zimkowski.
Sun now out. Temperature at 59 degrees.
And really no wind to speak of. Ooh. High and tight that time to Becker.
Kind of 2-1.
Becker looking for something to put in play. Good lead for Zimkowski. Fakes a run, and that's a foul ball down the right side behind first base coach Smith.
Now Ferretti's done throwing. He's making his way towards the West Allegheny dugout right now, and you have to wonder if maybe he's the one going in.
2-2 the count to Tyler Becker for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, now tied at 1. There's a high throw over to first. Good play there by the first baseman Downing to not allow that to scoot into right field.
You don't want to get away there if you're West Allegheny.
2-2 pitch. High and outside, 3-2.
The final pitch that Miller's going to throw is going to be a big one upcoming here, Gary.
And with one out, runner on at first, does DeBerry put him in motion?
See how he leaves his mark on this game.
Miller steps back. Zimkowski with a moderate lead out here at first. 3-2 pitch. On the way, runner does not go, and it's high and outside for ball 4. So 2 on and 1 out.
Give Becker a lot of credit, Gary. 3 plate appearances, reach base safely every time, and that should be it here for Gavin Miller.
I had him at 103 pitches, so that's going to be it. And they're going to bring in, let's see who does come in. Looks like number 15.
Dorstay
is going to come in to pitch now with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. And as he gets his warm-up pitches, we're going to step aside here for a brief 30-second timeout. You're listening to WMBS and watching the South Union Township Sports Network. On the mound now for West Allegheny, Ryan Dorst. What's his numbers look like, Brian?
This will be his 4th appearance of the season. Does not have a record recorded as of yet. He struck out 5, walked 1, 1.50 ERA.
Big opportunity here for Caleb Scott with 2 men on and 1 out. Out there at second base for the Mustangs, Zimkowski. On at first is Becker. From the stretch, Dorst will deliver the right-handed pitcher. Low and outside in the dirt for ball 1.
It certainly has a playoff game-esque feel, doesn't it, Gary?
Sure does, and not used to these very close games at the high school level. A lot of the games ending before regulation, but certainly not this one. 1-0 pitch to Scott. That's in for a strike on the outside corner.
Especially with so much on the line, it's not like these two teams are cellar dwellers by any means in the conference. These two teams contending for first place in Section 3 5A. Again, West Allegheny, one of the premier programs in the Wpial over the years, and Laurel Highlands certainly has been up there as well.
1-1 pitch, curveball in the dirt again outside. Good block again by Luke Lambert behind the plate. 2-1.
I think the main difference between these two programs over the years has been the playoff success that West Allegheny's been able to have. Laurel Highlands has had plenty of regular season success. They just haven't been able to take it to the next level.
2-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike right at the knees. Getting a call there was Dorst. 2-2 now, working very quickly Ryan Dorst facing Caleb Scott. Check the runner. Curveball just outside, and Scott laid off that one.
Dorst does have a very confident demeanor to himself out there as well.
Sure does. He's getting the signal, checking the runner, and bringing it in. Here's the pitch, 3-2 pitch. High and outside for ball 4.
Wow.
So what an at-bat by Caleb Scott. Works the walk and loads the bases now with 1 out and brings up Brstinsky.
Brstinsky has produced 7 RBIs so far this season. He's 0 for 2 today and came in batting .235.
Big opportunity here in the bottom half of the 6th, and West Allegheny will bring the infield in.
Everybody coming in.
All infielders in on the grass. And Brstinsky calls timeout. It was a big delay there as West Allegheny was positioning their players. Dorst with the pitch, swing and a miss. Good cut there by Brstinsky, just came up empty.
If he can rip one here through the infield.
Certainly improves your chances of getting it through, but got to put it in play somewhere with 1 out. 0-1 pitch. Dorst to Brstinsky. There's a little looper into right field. This could be trouble. And it is caught in right field, and a tag. Nobody can tag, as that was a very short looper into right field, and playing that perfectly in right field there was Cameron Morris, I'm sorry.
They actually came close to getting Scott over at first on the quick relay in.
Yeah, threw it to the first baseman, and no chance for a tag over there at third for Zimkowski, as that was a very short pop-up to right field. And surprisingly, Morris was playing very shallow, and that's going to bring up Dylan Bonner with, Dylan Bonner.
You got it right.
I got it right. Looks at ball 1 outside.
Things a lot different now with 2 outs in the inning. Base is still loaded.
The infield can now go back to normal depth for West Allegheny.
Bono 0 for 3 today.
Chance to break out here. 1-0 pitch. There's another looper down the right field line, and that's going to curve foul. Out of play. 1-1 now. On in relief, Ryan Dorst for West Allegheny, trying to shut the door on the Mustangs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning with the score all tied at 1. Mustangs trying to plate something here. Give an opportunity for Vecchiola to pitch to 1 batter, I would believe.
You have him unofficially, at 96 pitches?
I do. And then the relief staff for the Mustangs to shut things down, but first things first, they got to get a run.
1-1 to count right now.
There's the pitch, low and in third, 2-1.
Of course, nowhere to put Bono with the bases loaded.
And already 2 walks in the inning.
1 from Dorst.
Concentration on both sides. Dorst at the mound. Bonner at the plate. 1-1 pitch. Little looper up the middle. He trapped it, I think. They called him out on a catch. A little looper to the second baseman. Looked like he might have trapped it, but he comes
close
up holding the ball for a pop-up out to end the inning. Wow. Bases loaded. Mustangs do not score. We will go to the top half of the 7th inning. It is all tied at 1 here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Back here at Landman Field as we move to the top half of the 7th inning. A new pitcher for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, Justin Brostensky, on for the 4th time this season. Comes into this game with a 2-0 record, 2.86 ERAs, worked 7 1/3, given up 8 runs, but only 3 of them earned. Struck out 9, walked 7, and given up 6 hits. We saw Brostensky on the mound against Greater Latrobe on Friday. Picked up the win there for the Mustangs. That was a game Laurel Highlands won 12-2. Quite a different situation here now in a 1-1 game in the top of the 7th. And the West Allegheny Indians will have Mason Timko, the pitcher's spot, and Braden Horton due up. 6, 7, and 8 hitters for West Allegheny against Justin Brostensky. And Brostensky, like Vecchiola, a lefty. First pitch misses low to Mason Timko. Timko 0 for 2 so far today. Grounded out 4-3 back in the 2nd inning. Struck out looking back in the 4th inning. Now Brostensky's 1-0 here to Timko. Fastball in there for a strike to even things up at 1-1. This half inning being brought to you by General Dentist Dr. Edward Wietek. Mustangs and West Allegheny Indians tied at 1 if you're just joining us. Brostensky's 1-1 on the way. Misses high and outside. Now 2-1 to Mason Timko.
Amazingly, with the number of hits and the limited base runners, it's almost a 2-hour game so far.
Now the 2-1. Brostensky to Timko, and that ball is a fair ball. It was a little check swing, went fair. Brostensky turns, throws, and barely gets. Mason Timko was a low throw. Great job there by Garrett Myers over at first to scoop it up.
I was just going to say that. Brostensky was a little undecided on whether he wanted to see if that ball would roll foul. Finally did pick it up, and when he did throw to Garrett Myers, it was in the dirt, but easy scoop there by Garrett Myers. Made it look easy.
And we're going to have Gavin Miller batting here. Gary, of course, he's able to remain in the game to bat, but we wouldn't be able to have the same pitcher back and then again for West Allegheny. Is that correct? On the re-entry rule?
Yeah, I think so.
So you would not be able to have Dorst remain in the game. So you'd likely think they'd go to Ferretti for the 7th, for the bottom half of the 7th. Nonetheless, a 1-0 count. The first pitch missed there from Brostensky, but the 1-0 was in there for a strike to even things up at 1-1. Miller, the freshman, came in just 1 of 13, now 1 of 15 at the plate this season. His batting average coming into the game was .077, but he did produce 3 RBIs. Bases empty, 1 out here, top of the 7th inning. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that one's in there for a strike. Now 1-2 to Gavin Miller.
Now, coaching staff's showing a lot of faith in the freshman.
You're right on that. So basically a full bench of options available. Going to stick with Miller, who came in now 1 for 15. 1-2 pitch here, and this one a hard ground ball getting through, fair ball past Myers down the first base line, and the freshman's going to hold it first, so he comes through, Gary, with a big 1-out hit.
Wow, late swing and just drills it down the right field line. Nice play in right field by Tyler Becker down there on the pitching mound in the bullpen. Big hop or bad hop that he had to knock down to keep that to a single.
So Brian Cornell sticking with the freshman at the plate, and the freshman comes through with a big hit. Single down the first base line, and West Allegheny with a base runner and a 1 out here in the top half of the 7th inning. And now Braden Horton coming to the plate. Horton walked first time up in the 3rd, popped up to the second baseman Santino Mara in the 5th, and fouls off the first pitch here on the right side. Counted 0-1.
Miller with a big lead over here. Might be an opportunity for Brostensky to show his move to first base.
I'm sure they're going to try to work him into scoring position. Brostensky, the lefty, clean look over at first. 0-1 pitch on the way, and that one in there for a strike, and now 0-2 to Braden Horton. Horton came into the game with a .211 average and just produced 1 RBI so far this season. Sophomore playing third base today, now behind 0-2 against Justin Brostensky. Now Justin steps off. The Mustangs, I think, originally intended to use Justin on Monday against Trinity. We mentioned he started against Greater Latrobe. Laurel Highlands thought they'd pulled him after 72 pitches, but the official pitch count that Latrobe had was at 76, meaning he could not throw on Monday against Trinity. And the pitch here misses on the outside to Braden Horton. Count now at 1-2. But certainly getting an opportunity here in a big-time clutch situation with this game tied at 1. 1-2 pitch on the way and fouled off again by Braden Horton, with Cameron Morris due up next. And Morris will bat from the number 9 position at the top of the order, due up behind Morris, and those guys produced in the top half of the 6th inning. 1-2 pitch again here. Now a check. Brostensky over at first, head first slide back safely there for Miller.
Good idea to keep Miller close over here at first.
And especially considering the situation right now, the count at 1-2 to Braden Horton. Now the runner going, got a great jump, pitch missed, and he's going to have second by a mile.
Stolen base, and that was completely on the pitcher. He had a huge jump, and he kind of took a chance there that he was not going to throw over again, as he just took off while the pitcher, Justin Brostensky, was still in his motion to home plate.
Another gamble paying dividends for Cornell and the Indians. Now the 2-2 pitch high and outside, and now the count full. 3-2 to Braden Horton. Now the game trending back in West Allegheny's direction here in the top half of the 7th inning. A full count, 1 out. Miller in scoring position, Horton at the plates. Brostensky needing a strike. Payoff pitch now to Braden Horton. It's on the way, and Horton, a high fly ball here to right field. Getting under Tyler Becker will make the grab. Quick relay in will hold Miller down to second base.
Nice play there by Becker. Got back underneath the ball, came forward to make the catch, had his momentum going to third. No chance for an advance there by Miller on the tag.
A nice job shading the sun as well. Looking right up at it from that right field position. Now Cameron Morris coming to the plate. Sacrifice in the 3rd, grounded out 4-3 in the 5th. Coming to the plate here with a runner in scoring position, and Miller and 2 outs in the top half of the 7th inning in a 1-1 game. Justin Brostensky on the hill in relief for Laurel Highlands. First pitch here misses low to Cameron Morris. The junior right fielder came in batting .421 with 4 RBIs. His 5th RBI of the season here would give the Indians a 2-1 lead. 1-0 pitch from Brostensky. Again, just missing off the plate, and the count at 2-0. And behind Morris is Austin Hendrick, who led off the top half of the 6th inning with a triple to right field. And would score the game-tying run in this game on a sac fly RBI from Logan Scheider. 2-0 pitch now to Morris. That one low again. Now 3-0, and it hopped away from Scott. And sliding into third safely is Gavin Miller.
Ball just trickled out of Caleb Scott's glove. He really didn't realize he didn't have it until it was behind him. No chance at third.
First and second now open. Go-ahead run at third, and Gavin Miller. 3-0 pitch here to Cameron Morris. Morris taking all the way. Count moves to 3-1. It's been a fun one here this afternoon from Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. 2 of the front runners in Section 3, 5A. 3-1 pitch on the way. That one was clipped. Morris hops away from Scott. Runner going to the plate, and West Allegheny takes the lead.
Wow. Wild pitch. It just got away from Caleb Scott and back to the screen. And very alertly, Gavin Miller took off immediately to home plate, and throw was not in time, not handled by Brostensky in any regard, but it would not have been in time with the walk issued now to Morris. Puts him on at first with 2 outs.
So now Morris at first, and Austin Hendrick, who had the triple to lead off the 6th inning. And Justin Brostensky now on the hook for the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands will have to produce a run in the bottom half of the 7th inning. First pitch misses inside to Austin Hendrick.
Look for Morris maybe to try to get into scoring position here also.
Yeah, why not? If you're West Allegheny, you can certainly use an insurance run at this juncture of the game. Head first slide back into first safely. And again, we'll have a new pitcher on the hill we would expect from West Allegheny in the 7th inning, since you had Miller, who ended up scoring the go-ahead run. Come on to batten the spot he originally occupied, where Ryan Dorst had come in, and now there's another one hopping away. It was another wild pitch there from Brostensky. And getting down to second is Morris again.
So he's now in scoring position with Hendrick up there, looking for something that he can put in play.
They have an intentional walk here.
That's probably a good idea to create the force out at all 3 bases and bring up Logan Scheider, who is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly back in the 6th.
Well, this game changed in a hurry, Gary.
Sure did. And really not much done by West Allegheny but for that shot down the right field line by Gavin Miller on an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, correct. You had the inning start on a little check swing where the ball was sent in a fair territory by Mason Timko, and a close play over at first, but the Mustangs recorded the out. And then Gary mentioned the rip from Miller down the first base line with 2 strikes on him, which got him aboard. Stole second. Braden Horton flew out. Morris's walk, but on that ball 4, the ball hopped away from the catcher, Caleb Scott, allowing Miller to score on the play.
And he made it to third on a wild pitch also.
Correct. You're right. You're right. It's now Hendrick over at first. Morris at second. And Scheider at the plate, and West Allegheny now leading Laurel Highlands 2-1. And Scheider takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. And Justin Brostensky came on in relief of Dino Vecchiola. He went 6 innings, just yielded the 1 run, was at 96 pitches entering the 6th inning, and the Mustang coaching staff decided to go with Brostensky to start the 7th, as Vecchiola would only been able to throw 4 pitches, or at least finish to the batter he was currently throwing to it when he went over 100 pitches. Now the count at 2-0 here to Logan Scheider.
And West Allegheny with just 3 hits.
2 outs here in the inning. Brostensky finds the strike zone there as the count moves to 2-1. A reminder on the radio side, of course, we'll have Eastern Conference quarterfinal game number 1 tonight. Islanders and Penguins NHL playoff action. 6:30 pregame or whenever we wrap up. Now the 2-1 on the way to Scheider. Big cut there, swing and a miss, and count now even at 2-2. In the bottom half of the inning, Laurel Highlands will have at the plate Gesk, Mara, and Kumar, 2, 3, and 4 hitters in their lineup, and they'll need a run to get back into it. Missing there on the 2-2 was Brostensky, and now we're 4, 3, and 2 to Logan Scheider.
Runners can take off on the pitch, so anything in the outfield likely to score a run.
Runners going, 3-2 pitch swing and a miss, strike 3. So the inning ends, but an inning that produced another run for the West Allegheny Indians. We'll head to the bottom half of the 7th. Mustangs down to their final 3 outs, needing a run here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network. Brian Morozak and Gary Frankhauser back here at Landman Field. Laurel Highlands down to West Allegheny 2-1. And Gary and I baffled during the last commercial break how Ryan Dorst is able to remain in the game. Now West Allegheny made a couple of defensive changes as well, including having Gavin Miller now at shortstop. We still can't understand how Dorst is still in the game after we thought Miller came in for a spot. I'll try to check that later on as well. But nonetheless, it's Gesk, Mara, and Kumar for the Mustangs. And Gesk ahead 1-0. He's 0 for 3, though, so far today. Dorst's next pitch misses for ball 2.
Well, the Mustangs need runners, that's for sure.
And no matter who they're facing at this juncture of the game. Down 2-1. 2-0 pitch, and Gesk with a line drive here, but right at the center fielder, Austin Hendrick, for the first out of the inning.
Playing very shallow out there in center field, Austin Hendrick, and normally that you would think that would have been a base hit, but easy play for Hendrick, playing very shallow.
This half inning being brought to you by State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman. Santino Mara now at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. Laurel Highlands down 2-1. Out of their final 2 outs. Doors first pitch to Mara, and therefore a strike 0-1. West Allegheny still has Evan Ferretti throwing down the third base line, warming up just in case. Now the 0-1 to Mara, breaking ball, and Santino golfs that into right field. There's some room over there, and it's a fair ball. And Mara aboard for the Mustangs with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Just looped that one into right field, very close to the foul line, unable to get over there to make that catch. Was Morris, but
Morris really playing off the line there as well, which allowed that one to drop in for Santino Mara. So Laurel Highlands in business with Kumar coming to the plate. And Kumar now 1 for 3 today, had that single to center field in the 3rd inning, sandwiched between a strikeout in the 5th and a ground out in the 2nd. Now from the stretch, Doors first pitch here to Kumar, misses. No, it's in there for a strike, 0-1.
Wow, low strike call there. Doors will take it.
Count now 0-1. Now a quick check over at first. Head first slide back there safely as Mara. Kumar represents the game-winning run right now for Laurel Highlands. Mara the game-tying run at first base. Next pitch. That one might have been foul tip there from Kumar. Nonetheless, he'll have 2 strikes on him.
Caught Lambert on the shoulder on that foul tip. He's kind of trying to shake it off, but
gives a thumbs up. He's all right.
And the umpire now coming out to give the catcher an opportunity to shake that one off.
Now 2 strikes on Nick Kumar out to protect the plate. We mentioned he grounded out 6-3 back in the 2nd inning. Single to center field in the 3rd. Struck out swinging to end the 5th. Now Dorst back on the mound from the stretch. Toes the rubber again. Long look into Luke Lambert. Trying to finish off. Nick Kumar, fastball. Misses low. Lambert a good job there to keep the ball in front of him. Especially this juncture of the game as Mara looks to inch into scoring position. And Lambert showing he has a pretty good arm behind home plate as well from the catcher position for the West Allegheny Indians. Now the 1-2 here to Kumar, breaking ball, again missing low, and the counts now even at 2-2. As Evan Ferretti continues to loosen up down the 3rd base line for the West Allegheny Indians. Kumar another check over at first, or check that, Dorst another check over at first with Kumar at the plates. And Santino Mara about a 2-step lead. 2-2 pitch again misses low, and we're full of 3-2.
I don't think you take the risk and send the runner in this situation. You need to not run yourself out of the inning, but a full count. Kumar's got to look for something he can drive.
Here we go, payoff pitch on the way, and then for strike 3, and frozen there is Nick Kumar.
That looked a little low, but not according to home plate umpire.
Just like that, down to 2 outs in the inning with Nate Zimkoski now coming to the plate. Nate's reached base in all 3 of his plate appearances. Couple of walks back in the 2nd and 3rd. Reached via an air to start the 6th. Needs a big hit here to keep it going for the Mustangs. Down to their last out, swings the first pitch and sends it into the fence in front of the West Allegheny dugout on the left side. Count now at 0-1. Be a tough one for Laurel Highlands. Took the lead 1-0, bottom half of the 2nd inning. That's where we stood until the top of the 6th. West Allegheny tied things up at 1, then got the go-ahead run top half of the 7th inning. No 1 pitch now here to Nate Zimkoski from Ryan Dorst. And time was called before the pitch.
Very deliberate out there from the stretch. Dorst takes his time. Really trying to freeze that batter. Good timeout call there by Zimkoski.
There you go again, 0-1. Dorst to Zimkoski, and that pitch misses low, and we're even at 1-1.
Whoa. Very similar pitch that was called strike 3.
I agree.
On Kumar.
Now 1-1. Dorst to Zimkoski. To fastball, that one's right down the pipe. One he has to take a swing at there, Gary.
Got to be a little aggressive now with 2 strikes.
You saw Dorst freeze Kumar trying to finish it off here, facing Nate Zimkoski. 1-2 pitch from the stretch. And it's on the way, breaking ball and golfing it into center field and moving to his right and making the grab to end the game is Austin Hendricks. So a tough one for the Mustangs here. After starting off the season 5-0, Laurel Highlands dropping back-to-back games this week against Trinity and West Allegheny, as West Allegheny rallies for a run in the 6th and a run in the 7th to defeat Laurel Highlands by a score of 2-1. We're back to tell you all about it right after this on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
In any endeavor, experience is probably the most important factor, but it's got to be the right kind of experience. Experience in the community where the case is tried, where the jurors live, where the judges work. We've been doing this since 1976 at Davis and Davis. That's a long time.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Brian Morozak and Gary Frankhauser back here at Landman Field. And Gary, we mentioned this game had a playoff feel, and unfortunately for Laurel Highlands, kind of an outcome we've seen in some playoff games over the years. The Mustangs competitive, really had the game in their grasps, leading 1-0. Unfortunately, West Allegheny running the 6th, running the 7th, and it's West A escaping with a 2-1 come from behind win.
You're right about that, Brian. It just seems like you just can't find a way to pull out these wins against the elite teams, and really pretty much played with them and outplayed them, with the Mustangs scoring just 1 run, had 4 hits, but left 10 men on base, Brian. Bases loaded in the 3rd inning, and bases loaded in the 6th inning, did not allow a run to score. And give credit to West Allegheny. They come out with the win with 2 runs, as you said, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Just 3 hits for West Allegheny. They did leave 6 men on base, but 3 wild pitches in that 7th inning resulted in the go-ahead run for West Allegheny to give them the come-from-behind 2-1 win against the Mustangs.
West Allegheny improves to 7-1 overall now, 4-0 in conference play. It'll be a first-play showdown game between West A and Trinity coming up tomorrow, with the Hillers at 3-0 in the conference. Laurel Highlands drops to 5-2 overall now, and even 2-2 in the conference. And Laurel Highlands went from first-place contenders, now just trying to keep themselves in the playoff hunt as well. The Mustangs now tied for 3rd place in the conference with Char Valley after the result today. In your final score, West Allegheny 2, Laurel Highlands 1. Back with a final word from Landman Field in just a moment here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, and the Triple I High School Sports Network.
This evening game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring the Township Supervisors, Bob Schiffmeyer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and everyone at CUTV with Gary Smith and his staff. This has been Gary Frankhauser and Brian Morozak, Jerry Dupay on the camera. Another South Union Township Sports Network presentation. Our final, West Allegheny 2, Laurel Highlands 1. Good night, everyone.